What does it mean to be a World Heritage Site? For that, we head to the Singapore Botanic Gardens, the country's first and only site so far to have won the UNESCO title. Rebecca Mateo walks us through what this accolade has meant for this 164-year-old park.
Enveloped within the concrete jungle of the city-state, the Singapore Botanic Gardens reveals a time gone by. Here, historic trees stand tall over architecture from colonial times and juxtaposed against an evolving modern landscape. UNESCO says the gardens show how it has developed since its creation in 1859. It describes the site today as a world-class scientific institution used for both conservation and education. Located near the Eco Lake, the Ethnobotany Garden comprises an outdoor garden that hosts some 300 species of plants that belong to the traditional cultures of the Malay archipelago, Indochina and South Asia. The garden features forest fruits, vegetables, timber and medicinal plants, among others. The 82-hectare site also boasts the National Orchid Garden, said to house the largest orchid collection in the world. It's also home to the first garden in Asia dedicated to children. The gardens was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2015. Since then, the National Parks Board says the number of visitors has grown from 4.4 million to around 5 million today.
It definitely makes you feel more appreciative of the culture and the scenery.
Sure, an incredible place because where I live in Italy, it's not possible to see the kind of palm, kind of orchidea.
I'm very proud being Singaporean, and Singapore Botanic Gardens is chosen to be one of UNESCO sites.
Businesses here have also blossomed. At least one restaurant tells me it's seen a threefold increase in customers.
I think the minute it became UNESCO, there was a lot more attention to the place, even for the locals who may not have appreciated Botanic Gardens as much. But now that's UNESCO, it's got that stamp, people become more curious about it. So we've seen a bigger crowd also for the local crowd.
To cope with more visitors, the Singapore Botanic Gardens added 8 hectares with the Gallop extension opening in 2019.
The initial year following the inscription saw a higher footfall at SBG. Then there was a need actually to manage that footfall. So Botanic Gardens worked very well to consciously distribute that, and actually the extension on the Tyrosol extension was a way to take off some of the load of the core zone as well.
The Singapore Botanic Gardens today stands as the first and only tropical botanic garden protected under UNESCO's World Heritage List.